Hello and welcome to the introductory session to cost accounting. That is the subject of cost accounting 1 under the 5th SEM syllabus of BBA of Mangalore University. This is the introductory session to the subject cost accounting. Cost accounting as a subject came into existence because of the limitations of the financial accounting. In case of financial accounting, we generally prepare trading and profit and loss account and the balance sheet. And here what would have happened is all the time we would have got total figures or in the form of summary. The total expenses for 1 year, total incomes for 1 year. But certain information like the cost of producing one product, whether it is a profitable venture to manufacture a particular product or whether it would incur a loss, all these aspects would not be available in case of the financial accounting. So because of these limitations, because especially it does not give any information related to the cost aspect, this led to the emergence of the subject cost accounting. So now let us see what are the limitations of financial accounting due to which the cost accounting came into existence as a subject. So these are the limitations of financial accounting. So the first limitation is it shows only overall performance. As I mentioned in the introductory mark that in the financial accounts, only the trading and profit and loss account and the balance sheet is prepared. So what would have happened? We generally prepare it for 1 year. So when we prepare for 1 year, the information is related to 1 year and it would give total expenses, total incomes, the total position of the business at the end of 1 year. So what would happen is any individual detail or the micro detail related to any particular department or any particular product is not available. So this is the one serious, that is, limitation of financial accounting which gave rise to the subject cost accounting. The next is it is historical in nature. So we know that we prepare the statements at the end of 1 year based on the books of accounts which are maintained and recorded, and from these we put it in a summary form, and then an analysis is carried out, and then only we will be able to identify what are the deviations. So this is the other limitation of financial accounting which is in the case of cost accounting is limited. Now in case of cost accounting, we are having very predetermined costs and we are well aware of the cost which will be incurred. There are various techniques of controlling cost which is not available in case of financial accounting. The next limitation of financial accounting was there is no performance appraisal. No performance appraisal in the sense you are not able to identify whether any particular product is making profit or it is causing loss, whether it is hurting the profits of the organization is not available. And there is no any that is system other than the statements which are being prepared. There is no other method to identify what are the deviations happening. In case of cost accounting, we have budgetary control, standard costing, variance analysis. There are a variety of techniques to control cost and analyze. But such an appraisal is not available in the case of financial accounting. The next limitation is there is no material control system. So generally when we have studied or when we have prepared trading and profit and loss account, the very first item we write is to opening stock, to purchase of raw materials, and on the credit side we would write by closing stock and by sales. So these are the only information available about the materials which have been purchased for the business. but we do not get any information as to how much of the material has gone for producing one particular kind of product, how much material wastage has happened, how much material has been that is transferred from one job to other. All these kind of information are not available in the case of the financial accounting. The next limitation is that of no control over labor cost. Again, like in the case of material, in the trading account we do write as 2 wages. So it indicates the amount of money paid as wages for one whole year. So we do not have a clear picture of how much wages are paid in any particular department, for the number of how many hours they have worked. All these information are missing. It is only a round figure which is available. So because of this, it gave rise to the existence of cost accounting. The next limitation of financial accounting is there is no proper classification of cost. As we have seen in the case of the trading and profit and loss account, all the items of expense or cost are recorded on the debit side of the profit and loss account. So we do not have the classification of the same. We are not able to segregate them into different heads. Whereas in case of the cost accounting, we divide them into the direct and indirect cost, and the indirect cost is further divided into factory overhead, office overhead, and selling and distribution overhead. Such a classification is not available in the case of the financial accounts. All the expenses are together written. Next is there's no analysis of losses. As said, if there is loss incurring, there is no point, or you are not able to identify that critical point which is causing the loss. It will only show by net loss. So where actually we are incurring loss? Is it because of one particular product, or is the entire organization failing? All these things are not able to be analyzed. But in case of cost accounting, we have cost sheet which is being prepared. We have all these appraisal systems. We'll be able to identify whether we are making a loss in the overall, that is the entire organization is failing to make sufficient revenue, or whether only one particular department is making losses, or a particular product is making losses. We are able to pinpoint the loss. The next is inadequate information for price fixation. So when I produce a particular product, I have to fix the selling price. And to fix the selling price, I should know what is the cost that is involved in producing the product, and plus a certain fixed percentage of profit which has to be added, because the equation is cost plus profit is equal to selling price. So when I am not able to have this cost information, it is not possible for me to fix the selling price, and in turn I may not be earning sufficient profits. And this information is not available in financial accounting. It is only possible in case of cost accounting, which will provide pie to pie information about the money which has been spent in the manufacturing of the product, and what is the cost of one product that is being manufactured. The next limitation of financial accounting is no cost comparison. So it gives only total information and the total financial information. We are not able to compare the cost. At the max, we have to compare the cost with the year-on-year basis, whereas that is not there in the case of the cost accounts. Information is available and cost can be readily compared. And at the end, the last point, it fails to supply useful data to management. So useful data in the sense, it is not only the objective of the that is management only to earn profits in the overall, but also they do check on the individual department, product or territory wise profits. So such an information is not available under financial accounts. Even the decision making, say the whether to make or buy decisions, all these kind of decisions are also not available to the management from the financial accounting. So these are the points due to which the cost accounting came into existence. The limitations, or to some extent the demerit of financial accounting of not available of not able to provide sufficient information to the management, which is required in a today's world where we are facing tough competition, more number of competitors, and efficiency is the requirement. At such time, these limitations of financial accounting give the rise to cost accounting. With the definition of cost accounting and cost accountancy, I shall continue in the next session.